It's the amount of toothpaste I have all over my face. Like, okay. Giving you gratitude for the Most High, that all of which is happening now for my Most High good. Give thanks for the Most High, understanding, wisdom, knowledge, perception, path, awareness, experience, consciousness. As I follow the divine plan, intention of the Most High daily, and I experience guidance, realization of true love through an action and purification. As I invest infinite gratitude, I follow the path of oneness with all that is, the sacrifice, all of which is no longer needed, all of which is no longer serving our Most High good. And I allow blessings to purify the flesh through all that is happening now. In this moment, I embody and allow the presence, the spirit of the Most High, Divine Goddess, Mother, to purify, sanctify this moment of love that I am experiencing, and that I combine as one with all creation. And I allow the Most High worship within this holy body of mine, which is sacred, experienced, manifested by the Most High Father God Lord, creation and death, as I reincarnate and experience reality in its truest nature. I am thus full of undivided awareness, love, peace, harmony, balance, to be a vessel and express only the Most High form of love, to allow this to be an expression of my Most High potential. Allow all that I am to be an expression of love in the Most High form, to allow true love to be the image that I am giving physical form to in this moment of now. And then I leave behind all of which is no longer a part of the divine path, to sanctify my space and my mind. Okay, check me out. My neck is kind of bare. Let's see. That's kind of cute, I guess. It used to be tighter, like this. But you know I stretched it. We have moisturized lips. And now I'm gonna bend to knot my hair. I'm perfectly imperfect. And it's what makes me love, because I can't be anybody else. I can only be me. Only know what it's like to experience me. Only know what it's like to accept my truth. And in a lot of ways that creates imperfection, because I really have no way to express or experience anything beyond myself, which again, I can only be me. There's no other me. It creates this almost like mold, you know, in reality, where I'm only perfect if I be myself. If I am true to my nature. Okay, I want to bend to my hair. I don't know if I said that already, but you know, I was playing around with I just got out of the bathtub and I was playing around with sizes, and I kind of made this part, and I think that's decent, you know. I don't really know what it's gonna look like, because in the past when I've bented my hair, I've always stretched it, because I feel like I had a hard time falling in love with my hair texture because I didn't really love my hair at all. I haven't like combed my hair. That's why it's kind of like looking the way it is looking. I just let my hair be who she wants, and I detangle her with my fingers. I'm using coconut oil, okay? And I just want to like massage my scalp. I plan on wearing this for like a few days, like a day or two, or at least until I know it's time to take it out. And I'm really gonna like give my hair love, like run it through my fingers. You see what I'm doing? I'm just like really making love here. I'm gonna coat my hands in this coconut oil because sometimes after my bath I just want to let my skin be coated by the air because it is a part of the elements of the earth. So before I like slap anything on me, I just let my skin breathe, you know? Just be free, baby. And so yeah, I was saying that I didn't like my hair because it's not that I didn't, I didn't. I was gonna say it's not that I didn't like my hair, but I didn't really find any value in my hair texture, I can say that. I think I don't know, I guess my hair is like 3C, maybe. That's my guess, based on Google Images. Okay, so I'm gonna use some of this Lock It Up. I got it from a beauty supply store, and it's Talia Black Earth Products. It says Twist Naturals starts. It maintains locks, defines natural curls, adds moisture, made with rosemary and nettle. Woman owned. Okay, got this. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that on my finger and just put it in my hair. I haven't done Bantu knot in so long, like I'm not even joking. And then sometimes once I get some of that product on there, I'm gonna put a little bit more on my ends, like that, and just really give them some love and twirl them. And then I like to go back in with a little bit more, kind of drench it, you know, in some coconut oil. You know, I have like a bit of allergic reactions to different kinds of oil, like argan oil, almond oil. Give them love, my strands. The fact of the matter is that like we are our own lovers, you know. So I think I'm gonna go out like that and then twist it back, but I'm gonna keep it a little loose here. Look at that oil on her. And then I'm gonna twist her. I don't know. Okay, let's try that again. Twisting it around. I'm like pushing it and twisting it because I'm like, however you can get the knot there. Okay, baby. And I used to do them like so tight. Oh, and it would hurt at night, but they would be so cute. But still, I was putting so much like tension on my roots in my hair because I would only do it when my hair was like straightened because I liked the like blown out look. It would give me more of like a wave than a curl. And then I'm gonna like do like that, I guess, just to seal it, twist it like that. And yeah, one, done. I don't know how it's gonna come out. Are they gonna stay? They should stay. I think they'll stay. I think the reason that I didn't like my like hair texture was because I didn't like the shrinkage of my curls. You know, I think that the natural kind of like length of a brown girl's hair especially when it's curly, is so much shorter than like the length itself, because the curl has its own form, it has its own shape, it has its own personality, that like when your hair's stretched, it's a completely like different state that's really not natural. And so I think throughout culture and time of like art, and you know, there was only a particular style that was, I feel like, identified as attractive, which was like straight hair, you know, straight hair, like wavy curls, not kinky, curly, like type of texture. And so the natural state of like a woman's hair when it's curly, you know, and it's just being all that it is in its truest nature, became unattractive. It became nappy. It became all these crazy things, okay, that really don't have any real grounding in reality. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of women with natural curly hair textures get made fun of, and they get talked about for having short hair, for looking masculine or whatever, you know. It's a very degrading thing. And I feel like I have been gifted, you know, with the power, with the strength to overcome a lot of those sort of oppressive beliefs and perceptions about myself and all who share a similar skin sort of complexion and hair texture, you know, to no longer be a part of that system that creates an undesirable concept of beauty, and started just accepting myself. You know, even though like I still enjoy makeup, I still enjoy wearing like the wigs and stuff, because I mean, it's a part of like dress up. We get to be someone else sometimes, and I think that that's okay. But there's a difference between like enjoying art and enjoying like being a character and despising who you are, like in your most raw and vulnerable state. Society teaches us to have absolutely no form of respect for who we are in our natural states, and to do everything that we can to become attractive in today's age. Which is also why I feel like shaving my head like fully like bald by myself was still to this day one of the best decisions I had ever made, because there is just a level of self-understanding, self-knowledge, and wisdom that comes from removing everything that kind of makes you human, like having eyebrows, you know, and like having like hair on your head. For me, removing those things made me feel like an alien, you know, because I didn't have anything that like would define me as like normal anymore or sane. If somebody looked at me, they would probably think I had lost my mind because I shaved my eyebrows and I shaved my entire head. But I tell you one thing, as a woman, there is a lot about yourself that I feel like you only discover by feeling your bare head, by seeing your face without eyebrows. You know, it's otherworldly. And I feel like for me, it allowed me to like find home again, I feel like, within my body, within my own perception of myself, because I could no longer rely on what I look like to conceal my state of mind. I took away, I feel like, everything that could make me no longer be vulnerable to the experience, I feel like, of self-love. Everything that prevented me from being vulnerable to the experience. You know, I feel like there's nothing wrong with wanting to be someone else, but I feel like our natural bodies are the first form of like true love that we ever experience. Oh, so what I was saying before is that like the human body, I feel like, was manifested so that the experience of true love could always be achieved within the self. I feel like I am a student of love, and so I strive to discover love within the core value of all things, within the universe and kind of every way of life. My birth name, like the name that I was given at birth, is Amina. I was told, okay? My father felt that he wanted his daughter to have a Islamic name, an Islamic name, because he is a follower of Islam. So my mother chose like the name Amina. I said all of that to kind of reference the kind of structure of the human body and connect it to the experience of true love. And so in Islam, you know, there is Allah, of which I perceive to be the most high form of love, which can be experienced by the brain. And Allah, when you break it down, can stand for arm, leg, arm, head. And so a lot of it, I feel like, represents having mastery over the body through complete and total surrender to the self and discovering a sense of completion within all that is your experience of the reflection you see when you look in the mirror. The truth is that your hands, you have two of them, they're lovers, they're perfect mates. Your arms, each perfect lovers. Your legs, perfect lovers. Your eyes, perfect lovers. Your lips, each half of your body belongs to the other, and your reflection becomes the lowest yet most powerful experience of yourself that must be overcome through inaction. I would say inaction is sort of achieved or done correctly, I want to say, through harnessing a perception that always creates each moment you experience as the highest possible dream available to you. And in that way, enslavement of the brain is no longer the reason. You no longer achieve oneness between yourself and all that is the most high expression of self in the present moment of now. I, self-lord and master Islam. I, self-lord am master Islam. I want her to stay, but if she doesn't want to stay, I'm not gonna make her. I don't think she wants to. Maybe she will if I leave her alone. and I let her do what she wants, and I don't try to get her to look the way I want her to look. Let's see. So I've been watching this Netflix series. It's called Virgin River. The thing is, like, when I watch shows and stuff, I just feel very connected to the characters, and like I genuinely build relationships with like each of the characters, you know. Like, she's unraveling. Maybe that's how she wants to be. If she comes out, then I'll put her back, but that's what she's looking like up there. I'm gonna leave her alone. Okay. Whatever. I don't know if I'm gonna finish my whole head. I might not, you know. I might just do this entire front row and like call it a day. Just wanted to, like, you know, speak my truth, if I'm being honest. Like, just sit down and align. I get really, really personal with the characters because, you know, I love, like, actors and actresses who, like, genuinely embody their character. Like, they really make love with that character inside of that vessel that they're sharing, you know. It's beautiful. So I kind of have this pitch, you know. It's for fan base. Shawn Mendes fan base, actually. I have gratitude for the collective decision, you know, that sort of created Mendes Army. But I genuinely feel as though, like, it's just simply not creative enough for somebody like Shawn. Like, I mean, there's so many armies, and then on top of that, like, who are we fighting? Shawn is not going to war. Because there's no competition, like, there's no opposition, there's no opponent. Like, he's the Most High. Who are we fighting? What does he need an army for? No, he is the sun. He brings light, he brings vitality, and that is all he needs to do in order to fight off the darkness, the opposition, if there is one. He brings light, he brings love, he brings vibrance and radiance, and all his fans soak that up. And in that way, he is our sun, and we are his sunflowers. But since his name is Shawn, okay, we are his Shawn flowers, okay? Like, and when we are all collectively together, we create a Shawn flower field. No, but seriously, it just doesn't resonate. Like, being like a Shawn Mendes sort of fangirl, I guess, and being a part of his fan base, just calling myself Mendes Army, it just doesn't feel like Shawn. Like, he doesn't make me feel like I need to go fight for him. No, he makes me feel like I want to bloom and be this pretty, like, the most beautiful version of myself. Like, that's what Shawn makes me want to do. I don't know. I'm sorry, but Mendes Army doesn't resonate. And I feel like all these other fan bases, they can do what they want, but I feel like Shawn's fan base, you know, should be a representation of him. Like, the name, our name should be like a true, okay, reflection of the nature of the relationship between Shawn and his fans. He is light, okay? He is love. He brings this sense of life that we can't get from anywhere else except for him. And he is our sun, okay? Like, and he shines in our sky. He brings light into our lives. And as his fans, you know, we are the flowers that use his light in order to bloom and to shower all aspects of our own personal lives with the light, you know, that we gain from experiencing him. And I feel like being a Shawn flower, you know, means like you are in alignment with his legacy, you know, that when you walk this earth, you are shedding light, you know, you are being, your presence is enlightening, okay? That like a sunflower, when people look at you, they immediately smile, they immediately feel like the presence and the spirit of oneness and unity, because these are all things that Sean stands for. I just don't, I just am not in alignment with this army thing. Like, who are we fighting? And I mean, like, I get it, it's just like for aesthetic purposes, I guess, but like, no, I feel like there should be intention behind everything, and I feel like the legacy that he's creating has nothing to do with, you know, any of the energy or intentions behind needing an army. No. He is manifesting light for our planet in infinite ways, through his music, through his art, through his self-expression, through his foundation. Even when he's not on social media, you know, and he's just live, he's still choosing to do this life thing, more light, you know. It's just like, I feel like as a Shawn Mendes fangirl, I really am not, and I no longer, okay, will define myself as Mendes Army. I'm just not doing it, because I feel like Sean deserves something much more purifying, because I feel like his presence on earth is a part of a purification process of the darkness on our planet, because I believe he walks with the essence of the sun. And those who love him, those who he loves, those who resonate with him, right, that essence of the sun penetrates their reality, and they gain access to this sense of like eternal fulfillment, you know, just through being a part of this lifetime that he's also experiencing, that he is creating, you know. He is alive and breathing and giving all of creation the opportunity to know him just as much as he knows himself, even at times when he just desires privacy. Either way, it's still about setting the intention. And then also, you know, I don't view him as just some regular celebrity. Like, I view him as, in many ways, a teacher. He is a father to many, a father figure to the mind of those who look up to him. He is a humanitarian. He is a selfless creator. Even if his art is just about his self-discovery process, all that he discovers about his self along his path allows, you know, it's like he discovers these things and then he shares them, you know, through his art and through his music. And he gives those who look up to him the tools, you know, that they would need, so they won't have to go through the same darkness that he may have experienced. You know, they can use him as a guide, as a flashlight. Again, the sun. That's just my spiel, okay? I vote Sean Flowers because he is our sun and we are his sunflowers, and on earth he is our Sean and we are his Sean flowers. It is very poetic. I am a poet. I cannot help it. It is my most fluent tongue. Poetry. I breathe poetically. I can't help it. Whenever it's that time of the month for me, which right now is the full moon, I feel everything. Like, and I already feel everything all the time because I have like a very heightened sense of self. When that time of the month comes, I get really hungry. But I think I'm just, you know, fueling up. Like energetically. And so those times I don't hold back, I mean, in reality, I give myself a pretty disciplined diet because I respect my body's choices to not eat certain things and to not consume certain things, I listen to her, I listen to my mind because they know it's for the most high good of us. So I pay attention to when I eat certain foods and I consume certain things or use certain products, and my body is like, no, I'm not feeling this. Or my mind, I can feel what I'm consuming is doing to me, and I pay attention and I make note of it, and then I purify, I release the need or the desire to consume that thing anymore, because I know that it is not working for my highest good. I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm vegan because I'm not completely hard on myself when it comes to my cravings. Sometimes my body desires things and I sort of have to surrender to her needs. And sometimes strict diets, putting a label on your diet can sometimes prevent you from giving your body nutrients that sometimes could just come in the form of a craving. And so in reality, I stay away from cheese, dairy, milk that isn't plant-based. I don't eat cheese at all. It's not, no. I don't eat eggs or poultry. I don't eat any form of meat or seafood. I don't eat those. I don't eat chicken. I don't eat pork. I don't eat anything that is animal protein based either. And so when I say technically I'm not vegan is because I may eat chocolate or something sweet to satisfy my craving. And I really like cookie dough, but I haven't eaten it in a long time. I don't eat ice cream anymore. I used to be able to eat an entire pint of ice cream. And then I realized that milk, it just wasn't wasn't working for my highest good. And I used to eat pizza every day. And then about over a year or so, a little bit over a year, I would say, I stopped eating pizza. I hadn't eaten any chicken for years, over 7 years. And last year, which was 2021, I ate chicken one time or twice because I was changing a lot. Last year, I was going through a lot of psychological changes. I feel when you're when you're genuinely going through things, sometimes you have to sacrifice comfortability for sanity. Not saying that me eating chicken made me sane or something, but I'm saying I was doing whatever I was being guided towards within, intuitively, instinctively. And then when I didn't want to eat chicken no more, I stopped, and I haven't eaten it since, because I don't really care for it, and I'll most likely never eat it again in my life. I was just really going through it last year. I had just discovered a love for music, but I was so torn between following the traditional musician lifestyle and listening to my inner guidance. I wanted to get signed. In reality, I wanted to I had it all planned out in my head because I had this dream that I got signed by Kanye West, but in reality, I have no desire to live the musician dream or experience the career or the lifestyle of a musician at all. And in reality, I only make music because it allows me to realize my highest potential. Because as I write, I'm able to hear and like express a lot of my unconscious personality and become aware of it. And really, music is the only form of communication with the self that can like allow an understanding so deep about the true nature of reality, of your reality, and you know, its highest form. But yeah, my dream of being a musician, it kind of slipped away from me because I realized that my music is my soul. I am not worth the value of money. I cannot be obtained through the currency of man, and that I have no desire to live or experience the musician lifestyle dream. I didn't care about touring. I didn't care about, because I found that like a lot of the musician lifestyle, you know, that is lived and promoted as like ideal, it is a part, you know, of this oppressive system, this oppression, which is a system of belief that I feel like the concept of there being like an ideal music career adds to, because you have to have fans and you have to sell yourself, you know, and in order to gain this sort of worship and praise of the human race. And so it creates this false sense of superiority, that these artists are better than the average human being because they're on a stage and they're on these red carpets and they get treated with like some kind of superior way of life, a way of perceiving. And the fact of the matter is that the musician career and the lifestyle, a lot of it is surrounded and rooted. The core value is this concept of power, the need for power, you know, to feel like you're worth something, and then to be told that you are worth something. I'm just gonna use my coconut oil for the rest of my hair and just like touch it. Just love her a little bit, give her some affection, maybe to tingle her. I do not align with the idea of being on a stage and having people look up to me as though I am better than them, or that they cannot be all that I am. It just is not a symbol or an image of unity or oneness. And I believe that there is no image of myself that I want to experience which does not manifest an expression of unity between myself and all of creation. And so I chose to sacrifice the musician career dream, you know, sacrifice fame, the desire for money, so that I can no longer be sold or bought. Because my value is intangible. It can only be perceived through a heightened state of mind. So I really had to let go of this whole like musician dream and find the power to kind of still do music, find a reason to still do music that would still allow me to benefit. The only actual lifestyle that like is a dream for me is like experiencing a state of oneness with like my divine counterpart, because I do not belong on this earth and I do not live on this planet. I experience a reality where my only dream come true is the experience of true love as all that I am and all that is happening now. And at every moment in my waking reality. This what my hair look like, baby. Yeah, I would do my edges, but I enjoy the little natural moment that's going on here. I'm gonna put a little bit more oil up there, you know. And just really coat her, give her some love. So this is what my hair looks like. I was going to do the whole thing, but then I realized why, when I could just up here and just have this as like a little style. It's kind of cute. And I feel like I've completed my sort of purpose here. And I've gotten off my chest everything that I needed to. Let's see, what if I move the camera? That helps, you can see it now. Yeah. This is my hair when I haven't combed it. And I just let her exist. Okay. This then, thank you for being here with me and allowing me to share my dreams with you and keeping me company in this world of my mind. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one, okay? Goodbye. Okay, bye.